Yo, 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 what's going on, everyone? What up, what up? It's your girl, Miss DJ Hoodie, getting at you guys with another Why Run podcast live. Mm-mm, I don't think so. Nope, 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 we're not having that. Why? Because what? No, I feel that way about myself. That's why I don't like to listen to the playback. Mm-mm. No. Uh-uh. I'm good. I'm I just woke up an hour ago and I just got, huh? You don't think they can hear you? Oh shit. I'm over here talking to myself. I'm getting really sick of this fucking program, yo.
Mm,
Yeah, okay, there you are. Oh my god, it's so stupid. They keep fucking up.
Yo, yo. Let
Hmm?
me let me do a recap of what I said. Boo that guy. Screw him. We don't like him. Boo. How are you? I love you. Okay. That's a recap.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
You know what? I was thinking.
Mm,
I'm gonna have to really ask my folks when they're coming back because I feel like the monitor that I have using my computer, like my
yeah.
desktop, I'm thinking about
Mhm.
taking this shit over to the bigger TV in the living room
Mhm.
because I feel like this because I tried messing with the TV or the monitor settings.
Yeah.
Um and it's just all wonky. Like I don't like it. And let me tell you, when I was here, like 80%, like my parents, they kind of like stayed away, right? Um, I had my entire setup like on my big ass screen TV, and it was nice, and I didn't have to
Mm.
worry about anything. But I obviously like I did like my video editing. I edited podcast episodes and on that big screen. So I'm thinking about taking it over there, but I just don't know. I'm just fed up with this shit and I need to still clean out my tower and all of the setup right now because
Mhm.
I'm trying to get everything situated and it's just not working out. So I don't know. And then this morning I just woke up too damn early. You know, you heard me eat my breakfast sandwich and I tried doing deliveries and I was just fucking tired. So I just came home and conked out. I don't think I even
Mm.
told you that I was gonna go back to sleep. I just went to sleep on you.
I know.
Sorry, babe.
Well, I went back to sleep too, so
Sleep.
it's
Yeah, you
okay.
did.
Son. Yo.
Mm-hmm.
I
I'm
couldn't
cool
sleep
with
last
that.
night. There was a stupid spider on me somewhere.
I don't remember you telling me that. Can you like repeat it?
You don't remember me telling you this morning?
No.
Well,
What about a
I
spider?
felt something on me. Well, I have hair, in case people don't know. And sometimes I feel stuff on my back and stuff, so I'm like, is that hair or is that a bug or something? Because it's been kind of windy too, so I know that when it's windy, spiders seem to come inside more. Oh, you know what? You squirt it on your windows, and it's supposed to like keep bugs away. But anyway, I should try
uh,
that. What?
um, can I say two things?
Yeah.
I don't know if you seen the video. He was floating around. Uh, social media, like I want to say like a year ago, that if you spray WD-40 around your doors and your windows, that keeps bugs and spiders away. And another thing that I used to do when I was on the reservation was mix water and peppermint. So yeah, they're like in every corner of a room. So I would use peppermint and water and
things. I heard ground cinnamon helps too. I don't know. There's a bunch of things, but um, last night I felt something on me, and I was like, I don't know what the hell that is. But then, just I don't even know how it happened, but I saw it. I saw something crawling away. I was like, oh shit, and then I just kind of hit it and I killed it. I'm sorry.
you're
I
like, I'm
unalived
sorry.
it.
Oh my
Yes,
gosh.
I am sorry to Mother Nature for taking one of its children,
Man, you're killing my
but
relatives. That's because I come
I'm
from the
sorry.
spider clan. Yeah, they're my ancestors. So, yep.
I'm sorry, baby. I killed like a distant uncle or something.
Yeah,
But
you are supposed to pray before doing that. But now you
yeah,
know.
it was a reflex. It was a reflex. I didn't think
And
I
it
was
was
gonna
your
even hit
fear.
it.
It was your fear.
Yeah, which is weird because I'm not scared of spiders. I'm not scared of bugs, but it's just like a reflex. When I see something, I smack it, and I smacked it, and it died.
Smack that.
Ooh.
Smack that.
Again.
Oh.
We do that already.
Hey.
But um yeah, I unalived it and then I was thinking
You know
about it
what's so
and then I was
funny?
like, what?
We have four viewers, and after we said that, three of them left.
Oh my gosh. All these
uh,
PETA PETA people.
the PETA people. I don't think they do insects, babe. It's just
I
like
don't know.
tigers and oh my god, they
Well,
don't do
there are people
insects.
that believe to catch like spiders and let them go, right?
Um.
There's
Oh
people
well,
like that. I've seen.
yeah they take them out of the home and they put them back out into nature. You're gonna
Yeah,
need a lot of
again.
mason jars for that, especially at my house on the res. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just a
Mhm.
reflex and it happened. But then I couldn't sleep because I was like, is something crawling on me again? I had the heebie-jeebies. I was like, dang it, go away. But you know what helped?
Oh.
And I don't know if it's because it helped me relax or if it was because it just helps. But I sprayed, actually I rubbed lavender oil on myself.
Mm.
So I think it relaxed me enough to fall asleep. But I don't remember what time that was. But yeah, I woke up this morning and I was like, yeah, I need to go back to sleep. We did talk a little bit, but I did fall asleep when you did.
I don't even remember anything
I don't know. I heard
because
you
I
come
fell
home and that
asleep.
was it.
Yeah, like I woke up this morning, I got dressed and everything. I even put on makeup, babe. Well, I at least like shaped my eyebrows and shit. And then I went out
Mm-hmm.
into the car and then I drove down the street and then I parked and I had the apps going because I was trying to do deliveries and I didn't get anything. Like it nothing like woke me up. And well, I went to sleep and nothing woke me up. So I fell asleep in my car because I was meaning to call you. And then I woke up, I was like, holy shit, like I'm gonna call babe. And then I called you and I don't really remember anything.
You were still asleep when you called me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we talked
Yep.
for a little bit. You said you were out, and then you did tell me that you had fallen asleep in the car, and then I
Mm-hmm.
heard you go pick up food. And I'm not sure if you ate it in the car,
Yeah, I did.
which
You
is
didn't hear
weird
me
because you never do.
smacking?
No, I just remember you offering me what was it?
A bite?
Hash brown. A hash brown.
Yeah.
You're like, you want some? I'm like, yes. But then, yeah, I just fell asleep, I think. But I do remember you getting home. So when I didn't hear you anymore, I was like, oh, she probably fell asleep.
Yeah, I was out, man. I was just tired. But that's
Yeah,
probably why you're like, "Well, what's wrong?" Like I just woke up like an hour and 16 minutes ago, and we missed
yeah,
111.
I don't know. I just saw.
But before we
Well,
go
it
on
doesn't
with
sound.
the
Oh,
show,
wait,
what?
wait, wait.
What?
Before you
What?
move
What?
on, I was just gonna say you do sound fed up, but you sound like you need change. Like you're tired of the same routine.
I
So
am.
maybe that's why it makes sense when you're saying that you want to switch to TV. I don't think it's necessarily the size of the TV and the monitor, because you have a pretty big monitor. Even I could see on that. So I think it's just you need change.
Episode where I just really want to be talking about change because I am sick and tired of. Okay, let me just say this.
Mm-hmm.
There are times where I just really want to talk about what I want to be doing. I don't really like talking about like how my days are going because it is almost like I'm complaining. Remember the other day you were like, "Oh, my own pet peeves on myself is that I complain." And I feel like I do that so much. And I'm really good at complaining. Like, like I'm not trying to, praise myself or anything, but I'm really good at complaining because I'm really good at being angry. I'm angry all the time. And because I'm like that like this, I feel like that's the reason why I'm really good at storytelling. Because I'm just fed up with with everything that when I say things, it does come out funny. Like people are always like, "Oh, like you're so hilarious when you're mad." Or like you're so funny when you're frustrated. And it's like I guess that just surpasses me. Like it's just like, okay, well, I want to talk about what I wish I could be doing because when I say the things that are frustrating me, it does sound like a lot of complaining. It is complaining. I'm not going to say it sounds like it is complaining. I complain and bitch a lot. That's why I think a lot of people most of the time they can't stand me. Like they can't stand to listen to me. My stories all fucking sound the same. I do the same shit, just different days, sometimes different people, but the different people are presenting the same acts. It's just dealing with it in a different dealing with them in a different day. But for me, I think what uh what I want to do is or what people want. I'm starting to think in some ways people want to change. They just don't know how. So it's almost like when we bitch and complain about people or like when we're analyzing people like damn these people they just don't want to get the fuck out. Like they just don't want to change anything in their life. I just think they really don't know how to. And I'm gonna put those shitheads aside, right? Because I know you think I'm discussing their behaviors, but I'm looking this way. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm looking around on this side. That side's always gonna be dark. They're always gonna be in the I'm constantly looking for yeah, change. And sometimes I feel like I'm gonna receive like answers in YouTube videos or in articles or sometimes in a reel or sometimes on a Twitter X post. Um and it's like I'm slowly trying to piece and puzzle everything together, and it's like I'm looking at myself like, do I really need this shit? Because I already know what to do. I already know what I need to do. I already know what to reach for. So at the same time, I'm like, I don't know what the hell I'm looking for. And when we take it back to like what things look like on social media, we talked about that the other day where we were talking about like the hashtag friendship goals. And if I remember, I'll try to post that episode and this episode, but it's almost like, okay, that's what friendship goals look like, you know. And I'm at the point in my life that I don't need friends, you know, because you're my best friend. So I'm looking at something that I need, which is, I don't really think it's like different scenery, but it's like I have ideas how I want to go about my day, and there's just not enough time in the day. I always want to I always pray and wish for longer days. And I know motherfuckers are, you know, they're so fed up with being at their 9 to 5, and that, you know, they wish for shorter days. For me, I wish for longer days. That's one of the reasons why I want to go back to the reservation, because out there, like, the days are just much more longer, and I just accomplish so much in my day when I'm out there. And but of course, you know, being out there on a reservation, it does age you quicker, but at the same time, I don't know if that would apply to us, because we are spiritual beings. But it's just a time, you know. It's like I got up at 7 o'clock. I crashed out at what, 8 or 9. Woke up at 12, and it was just like, oh my gosh, like, this is ridiculous. Like, I just want time to, you know, get up, have my coffee. It seems like it takes me half an hour just to make my coffee, and I know that it don't, but that's what it feels like. And then I want to sit and enjoy my coffee, which seems like it takes another half an hour. So to me, an entire hour just went by just with coffee. And it's like, you know, deciding what to do. Is it a good idea for me to go out and do deliveries, or is it better for me to stay home and do my art? Okay, I'm gonna stay home and do my art. What kind of art? I'm gonna do ornaments. I'm gonna do a canvas. And then I just don't get to those things right away. I don't know why. It just happens that way. And then, you know, now it's like 1 o'clock, where I really want to do the podcast at 1 o'clock because it suits us, for the both of us. So I'm like, all right, cool. You know, we're doing a cast, but see, after the cast, see, and that's like another thing. I forget to protect myself before I kick on the cast. So now I gotta do that shit right now. But see, like, most of my energy is already wasted before I even protect myself mid show. So I don't know how I'm gonna feel after the show. And then the fuck down. And it's like, okay, do I make myself another coffee, or should I attempt to eat? Because I don't feel like eating right now, but bitch, you know you gotta eat, because either you're gonna start feeling funny because of your blood sugar level, or you're gonna get a goddamn headache. And because I can't decide, I won't do anything. I won't eat, and I won't make coffee. I just lay there and just, you know, let my sugar drop to zero, you know? And then it's like, okay, what are you gonna do? You're gonna go out and do deliveries? I don't fucking feel like it. It's fucking hot, and I don't wanna go that far out. So imagine doing this every day and then thinking about all the things that you feel that you should have done, but you tried, it didn't work out. And I didn't even mention going to the gym yet. I want to go to the gym to chill the fuck out and get on the fucking hydro bit, where it was beating the fuck out of my back and it felt great. But I don't know when I'll be able to go back and get that special treatment, because sometimes I feel like I don't deserve like a good massage because I haven't done anything. And if we're going to take it back to how much money I'm making a day, I'm lucky if I make $20. You know what I'm saying? And it's all because I feel like I don't have enough in my day. I wish I could be one of, you know, and when I say this, I don't I don't think I really mean it. I think it's just the freedom too. But like, when I watch YouTube videos of people like, oh, they day in the life of a artist YouTuber, right? Like sometimes I watch those because I like to watch people do their art. I like seeing it, right? But they portray in these videos, right? Like oh, they get up, they record themselves like as if they just got stretching. They're just like oh, and then they're like elegantly like walking to their like all white kitchen, right? They have no fucking appliances. And it's almost like it's staged, right? And they're making their coffee, they go and sit on their couch, um like Indian style. I'm gonna go to my canvas. And it's just like bitch, how you find time to do this shit? And then like, oh, you're just like able to go to the gym and have a good workout and go have brunch with your friends, have another fucking iced coffee, and oh, I'm gonna go thrifting. Like, bitch, ain't no way that you're doing this shit all in a day and then being able to pick up a paintbrush and go to town for 10 hours on a canvas. It's not real. But at the same time, I'm thinking like that's the shit that I was doing when I was on the reservation. I had all the fucking time in the world. I had all the time in the world. Like I woke up, made my no, I didn't have coffee yet. I would make my pre-workout. I would eat a banana, drive my ass down to the bottom to a dirt road, and I would walk and run 2 to 3 miles, right? Come back home, make myself a little teeny tiny breakfast, and I would do a fucking home workout for an hour. Take my ass into the shower. I would come out, fix myself because I'm not gonna be looking like a whole ass res girl, a wild Indian. And I would fuck around on my computer and I would work on furniture. Shit you not. It's barely noon. And I was fucking loving it and I was taking my time. Can't do that shit here in the city because, first of all, time moves fast and I blame the people for that. Everybody's so in a goddamn rush. And you guys hear me bitch about this shit when I'm doing the Re-Up podcast. If you guys don't know what the Re-Up is, it's where I am doing deliveries on a podcast. You guys hear me bitch and complain about people being in a goddamn hurry, in traffic, riding up on your ass, trying to intimidate you, all of that shit. It's the energy that people put out there, right? So if we're gonna get spirituality into this shit, that's what happens. Everyone's in a goddamn fucking hurry to get through their day. People will ride your ass on the highway and run you off the fucking road on purpose. So you have fast paced energy, anger issues, everybody's a loose fucking cannon, and then I get that way when I'm out and about. So it is a bunch of like, man, like if everyone would just slow the fuck down, everyone I guarantee would have a good, better fucking day. But nobody wants to do that shit because why? They're all on their own selfish shit. Everybody is. So how can you work peacefully with all the things your fault? Okay, I can look at myself and be like, you know what? Fuck all this shit. I'm gonna do what the fuck I wanna do. But guess what? Responsibilities don't stop because remember, your bills and your money making, your job, it's all on their time, not yours. So you gotta piece and puzzle your life, your time, your efforts, and you have to compress your anger, your mood, your sadness, your all of these things, right? And you have to puzzle it in to fit their schedule. But guess what? Nothing gets done. Why? On either side, nothing gets done because you're not progressing in the shit that you want to do, and you're not progressing at your job. You're not. You feel unsatisfied no matter what side you're on. When you're on your side, wanting to do the things that you want to do, You have the pressure of, bitch, you better put down this paint within an hour, because in an hour you got to get back out there and do it all over again. That's stressful because you can't paint your piece in peace. You can't. Does this sound like I'm bitching? Does this sound like I'm complaining? It shouldn't. You want to know why? Because it's the truth. Any fucking body can sit there and be like, man, all Audie does is complain. But if you listen to the fucking message, yeah, it sounds like I'm complaining, but it's the truth. And if you don't feel that way, then you're one of those fast-paced motherfuckers that it's all about you. It's all about you telling other people to get the fuck out of your way so that you can win. So you can use people as a fucking stepping stone. While the rest of us are clawing our way to the thing that we know is going to make us happy, that we know that brings us peace. But when you are trying to do these things in an environment and in a place that is its own speed, you're never going to get there. And you would think that, oh, okay, well, I'm taking my life slow. I would like to get to my peace faster, but I'm going to try going everybody. Turns you into a shitty person. It does. It did to me. Man, because when I'm out there, shit, man, I can cut a motherfucker off just like that. And people want to step out of their car, I step out of my car. You're not scaring me. You guys don't know how many fucking arguments I got into with people. Thinking, and they thought that I wasn't going to step out of my car. As soon as they step out, I step out. And then they start yelling at me. I don't yell back. I'm just like, hey, you weren't even supposed to be going that goddamn fast anyway. Oh, you know, you weren't even supposed to be driving on the fast lane anyway. Any fucking cop will tell you that. And see, they get mad because they know it's the truth. You're not scaring me. You're not intimidating me. See, when energies match in a negative way, it is a big clash. And I don't want to do that. So, how can I make things work for me in a place like this? I'm never gonna see it. And I've known this shit for a while now. And you don't know how many trials, techniques, experimenting, trials, a lot more errors. Like, no one can tell us this. Nobody can. And poor Rob, I know he's going to try to find solutions and, all of these things. But, for me, that's protecting my peace only at that moment. But as soon as I step the fuck out of my door, it's not my world anymore. And I know everyone feels like that. And when people say like, oh, you're the one that manifests your own shit. Yeah, I believe in manifestation for sure. But it's when you're in your own place. Of course it does. So I would like to speak to these YouTubers like, oh yeah, you're making it work because you don't step the fuck out of your house, bitch. You don't. When you are living in a world that where you have to go out and make shit like I'm talking about stepping the fuck out of your house, your comfort zone to make shit happen, it's not for you. It's for them. You're mixing and mingling with Mean motherfuckers that don't give a fuck about you. And I talked about where I fell at Home Depot when I was working for Home Depot. A motherfucker stepped over me, laughing at me. He was a customer. He was not a gentleman. He didn't say, like, oh my gosh, let me help you up. He stepped over me, laughing at me. He was not a gentleman. Those are the types of people that we are dealing with every single fucking day. And everyone expects me to be cool, calm, and collected. Are you fucking joking? You're one of those people. If you think it ain't no big fucking deal, just wait. Just wait. Because spirituality, it doesn't forget you and what you've done, your intentions. And you have to answer. You have to answer to spirituality. So for me, fuck yeah, I'm frustrated. I am. I have every right to be. Because when I step out of my house, it's not for me, it's for them. And I try to do my best. You know, I've talked about it a little bit yesterday or the day before, I can't fucking remember, but I try to do the best work that I can. And while everyone doesn't give a fuck about, you know, the world, but then in the same breath they say life is too short. And in that same breath, they're being mean to everybody. Life is too short. Get the fuck out of my way, or I'm gonna hurt you. How about life's too short to be an asshole? People don't think that way. Right to do. So with that being said, and where I'm going with this, life is too short to do things half-assed. I don't like to do things half-assed. In every single thing that I have ever done in my life, I have tried to do my best. It's worth it to me because I know I'm not worthless. And that has nothing to do with all the skills that I know. But I'm trying to enjoy everything that I do. Even if I don't like it, I want to try to find something that I do enjoy. I go to Amazon and I look for car accessories, believe it or not. I will buy things for my car that makes me feel proud of how I do my job because I use my car to work and make money. I will buy a new steering wheel cover. I will buy a new cup holder. I will buy a new cell phone holder because why? It's cool as fuck. And it makes my job easier and enjoyable. I don't like doing food deliveries. So you know what? I'm gonna spruce it up, right? I'm gonna go on fucking Amazon or wherever the fuck, go into Michael's or whatever, and I will buy me spiffy, classy looking, exciting, fun looking hot bags. I like your hot bag. That shows that you are dedicated to your job. Or you care about your job. You care about doing a good job. And you are keeping people's food hot and safe. When I do deliveries, I wear a face mask. Because I'm showing people that when I approach their front door, whether they're looking at me face to face or through the fucking camera, that I am not a disgusting delivery driver. I care about their food. I will collect cup holders from restaurants to make my job easier to transport people's food safely without incident. And I hope this is real wood. But I have not spilled anybody's drinks my entire food delivery career. And it is a career if you are making money doing it. I take pride in the things that I do. So when that motherfucker at Amazon, when he was mad at me for organizing my car, organizing the packages that I have to deliver, this motherfucker knows nothing about pride. Doesn't care about how we do our job. You're supposed to listen to your employees. Give tips. Give solutions. Don't kick us out. I'm trying to tell you guys, you should take pride in everything that you do. One last thing. When I pick up Walmart delivery orders from Walmart, picking up people's groceries, it makes me sick as fuck that they will put rat poison and bag it in with someone's bread. But yet, they will put a stick of gum in its own large standard size Walmart bag by itself. Who hired you? Who hired you? Who was teaching you on the floor that when you are picking grocery items for the customer to pick up, that this is okay to do? Again, they don't care. So I'm in the back rebagging everything, and let me tell you, they are wasting paper bags. And I was just telling Rob, I understand why California is charging you guys fucking grocery bags, while here in Arizona we are wasting plastic bags. Take pride in what you do. I don't give a fuck what it is. Quit living life so fucking lazy. Think of others as well as yourself. It costs you nothing. Why the fuck are you guys like this? Why? There's no reason for you or anybody to be treating each other's like this. And when it comes to your jobs, do a good job, because it's your reputation. It is. It shows everyone. It shows us what type of person you are. It does. When I started DJing, I didn't want to be the best DJ, because there's a lot of DJs out there that are far way more better than me. I want it to be good, enough for me. And I've done it. Everything that I wanted to learn, like the scratch techniques on a turntable, I learned. When I did construction, I made sure that I was the first one on that fucking ladder, painting a building. Not only that it was fun, but I wanted it to be perfect. Even though it was 10 feet fucking up in the air. Yeah. I wanted my lines to be straight, even though no person on the sidewalk would ever get that fucking close to looking at those straight lines. I knew it. I'm not stupid. It's my job to do a good job. I want people to look at something that I did and say, Audie was the best. And I know for a fact that when I drop out people's food deliveries, they do tip me, or they over tip me, or like when I was picking up people and dropping them off, they left comments. on my Uber app, on my Uber profile, saying that I was the best driver for the best music, a clean car, not just a clean car, but a good smelling car. Even though I'm picking up people and dropping them off, I know I'm the best. Because when I see people that do food delivery, they don't care. I seen a motherfucker throw a pizza into his car like it was a fucking frisbee. And I know he was a delivery driver because he was right next to me. He was like, "Oh, I'm DoorDash picking up for so and so." And I saw him toss that pizza into his car. He didn't give a fuck. He didn't have a hot bag or anything. But he's okay being like that. So he's going to be big extra mad seeing that he's not going to get no tip. It is stressful. I am stressed. Coming into this episode 44 fucking minutes, me complaining. But it's real. All of us that are trying to do our thing can never do it only because we are in a place we have no choice but to be in it. Yeah, we put ourselves there, right? Only because we need to, because we have responsibilities. But it is not for us. We are underpaid and people treat us like shit. And you expect us to compress our feelings, keep our anger issues and our problems at home. But motherfucker, you're adding to it. This job is adding to it. And I've said this before. We need to change our line of work. Okay, how? And a lot of motherfuckers are like me. We have the experience to do certain jobs that, yeah, bring us peace. It would help us out because we like doing those jobs. Guess what? We can't do it because you want to know why? Because if you're like me, I don't have an education. I don't have a GED. I don't have a high school diploma. And it's so fucking stupid that I've actually taught at a college. I am a master at my craft. Yeah, I have certifications to be like part of the union, but when they were like, "Oh, you've been with us for a little over a year. You've done a fabulous job, but we have to let you go because you don't have a high school diploma. You're not educated." So they let me go. And I tried to get an education. It's just not my thing. You don't know how many fucking times I registered with many different colleges and, education places, signing up and fucking failing GED courses. I'm a mess. And all the while doing that, I'm wasting my fucking time. All the time that I'm studying, my mind is on the canvas or my mind is somewhere out there making money. If you're a lot like me, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. It's not for us. They want you to think that it is, but it's not. Fuck out of my face. Oh my god. 47 minutes, god damn it. You know what? I'm gonna have to drop timestamps because a lot of motherfuckers want to act like they got their shit together and they got this magical career that they could just, pick it up and leave it whenever the fuck they want to. But yo, you're only showing us the good parts. I can't wait to see people drop shit like the way that I'm dropping shit right now. But they'll never do it because they think that that's their reputation. No, they have to upkeep and uphold a lie. Don't that shit get tiring? Where you gotta fake being happy with how your life is going. Bitch, please. It's frustrating. It is. And no one's gonna talk about it. And now that I'm waking the fuck up, I think Rob was talking to me about it when I was half-assed fucking asleep eating my fucking breakfast sandwich. Where
Talking about
motherfuckers are
what?
like, huh?
What was it talking about?
Where you had said that like you were listening to somebody's cast and kind of portraying himself as like oh, like the government's like this and but yet that this motherfucker's this other way.
Yeah.
And it's like, motherfucker, choose a side. Because it's the thing that I don't understand is when people are like, oh, America, oh, government and Trump and Biden and da da da. What the United they complain about what the United States should be, right? What it should be, what it should be doing for us and blah blah blah. But these are the same motherfuckers that are sitting on their couch watching Netflix and eating Pringles. Reference.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they said it. And it's like, how you expect when you're not contributing to America? You ain't doing shit. So shut the fuck up. These are the people that really don't take pride. They don't do shit for America only unless you're a rich motherfucker and you get tax breaks and shit. And it's like, all right, all that extra money you got that you don't have to be paying in taxes, why don't you fucking help everybody out? No, you're not gonna do that. It's about your big trucks and your four-wheelers and barbecues and going camping and fishing and oh my god, like, okay. Yeah, go do that. Go be America. Go be a whole ass hick being racist and shit. Oh my god. See, and then when I say all of that shit, oh, she's just a Native American. That's just big mad and no, we're over you guys being here. It's just this other shit. So who's really hanging on? I think it's you guys. But anyway, it's I don't like seeing people not win. And this isn't just about me. It really isn't. Yeah, I went on a whole ass rant, but that's not the only thing. I'm disappointed in what the shit that I'm seeing on TikToks and Instagram and it's just like, damn, like people, they just like, there was a motherfucker that just nutted on some bitch's leg in the middle of fucking Dollar Tree. He bust a whole ass nut on this bitch's leg in the middle of fucking Dollar Tree. Yeah. Who the fuck does that shit and then run away? You was big brave doing that. Why the fuck are you running away? Oh my god, like, man, mental illness and watch, they're not gonna catch that motherfucker. And when they do catch his ass, they're gonna give his ass a break. Oh, maybe not. Why? Because he's African American. He's black. Oh my god. It's all of these things, man. And we're supposed to be that. It's fucking crazy, man. And I guess I'm saying all this to say this. Let's all change our attitude, including myself. We all need to change our fucking attitudes. You know, all these motherfuckers that are angry and all about themselves and blah blah blah. Man, we just gotta smack them in the face with kindness. We all gotta be doing that shit because we all come with tickers. And if you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, tickers means that spirituality, it counts on the person behind you. Tick. It's counting every fucking bad thing that you have ever done intentionally, mentally. Every bad fucking thought, it counts. Every single ill will that you have, your maker, he's gonna ask you, why did you do that? And you have to explain yourself. And what's crazy is that these shithead people think that they're gonna go to the pearly gates when they die. And you know what? Some people are like, oh, well, I'm gonna go to hell for this shit, so I don't even fucking care. It's like, damn, man. Look at these demons. Look at these people, man. They really don't care. That's kind of scary. But what's even more scary is that we are walking along with these people. These people are among us, man. And I do believe that love is very powerful. And they don't like that shit. They can't handle it. You ever hug a person and you feel that they're awkward and they're trying to like shake you off of them, but you just keep holding and gripping onto them? Yeah, something's wrong with those people. But stay on to them. Be nice to them. Show them love. Sometimes I always question myself if I'm a hypocrite because let me tell you, I will be picking up someone's food and I could be pissed off like, holy shit, I'm doing this order for $8, taking it 6 miles. It's not fucking worth it. I'm wasting gas. I have a gas guzzler vehicle. It's not worth it. I'm not making anything. I could be mad and pissed off. They could be, like I could just feel the energy sometimes, right? Maybe I'm setting myself up. I don't know. But bottom line is, I'm not happy with it. But when I see these fuckers face to face, yeah, my attitude changes. Hi, how are you? They're like, oh, I'm good. Like, oh, that's good. And they're like, how are you? Oh, I'm good. It's just hot. It's hot out here. And they're just like, oh, yeah, it is. And then when you converse with them, or at least when I converse with them, they start to understand me. They hear my personality. Because when they step out of the house, they're looking grumpy as fuck. Like they don't give a fuck about the world. They just want to get their men. Oh, I'm good. Oh, that's good. How are you? Oh, I'm good. Man, it's just getting really hot out here. And as I'm saying all that, I'm taking out their food. And I don't know if it's my personality or if it's their food, them singing their food. I don't know what's making them happy, but I'm going to go with my attitude. Why? Because I need something from this. I will make myself happy because I take pride in my job. Enjoy your lunch. Oh, yeah. I will, you too. Yeah, I will when I have it. Bye. They give me 5 stars and they let me keep tip, or they make my tip bigger. And I appreciate it. See, again, I don't know if it was my personality or that they were just happy to see their food, but they were grumpy as a motherfucker when I met them. So that's why I'm going to say it's my personality. Give love, give kindness. I know it's hard. Trust me. I know it's fucking hard. Cause I bitch to Rob all the time, and he doesn't see it that way sometimes. But it does make me feel foolish that I even have to say anything. But it's the kind of world we're living in, so it's like we have to play their game, and only they know the rules. So who's cheating? But anyway, I know about an hour and 59 minutes, man. Sorry, babe.
Yeah, it's okay.
So was all that like a misunderstanding because we were supposed to hashtag talk about misunderstandings? I don't
We
know.
can still talk about it.
I'll let you kick it off. Oh, wait. Before we continue, like an hour ago, I was going
Hmm.
to yes, I wanted to promote Rob's merch. Rob has merch. So I dropped the link in a chat, and yeah, you guys go there, check out his merch. He only has like one coffee mug, but there's more to come. And I made it so that
Yeah.
so yeah, when you have his coffee mug on you guys' desk, you'd be like, oh shit, I want to know what Rob's up to. And then you just take a look at your spiffy little coffee mug, and you type in x.com/. Rob's just thinking. Yay!
But don't follow me.
Oh my
Um,
gosh. Yes, you can. Follow him. Follow him. It'll make him
no.
happy deep down inside. Yo, if you follow him, he's gonna get the zoomies. So,
They're not gonna see that.
hmm?
They're not gonna know that.
Who's not gonna
I'm
know
like the
that?
grumpy. The people that follow me, they're not gonna know that I get the zoomies.
Yeah, I'll let
I'm
him
like the
know.
grumpy kitty or grumpy raccoon now. I wonder if
Oh,
there is a grumpy raccoon.
no. They're all
They're all
funny.
happy.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, there's something powerful about going through a dumpster. It makes people happy.
It makes you happy.
Yeah, it does. Was it that kicked off the whole misunderstandings? I think it was
When
saying
you made
something and
me,
the person
huh?
what and then maybe what?
When you made me cry.
Yeah, it made you
Yeah, I think
cry.
that. Yeah, he did.
Well, what did I say that day anyway? I don't remember what I said that made you cry.
Um. Okay, so you guys know about my ear cheese, right? Like, you guys know that I can't hear very well in my left ear. And I was sending Rob videos of they're like ear cleaning videos where they're pulling out large pieces of wax and scorpions and shit like that. And a dude smelling what came out of his ear and almost vomiting. But I just can't hear, and I really do need to make an appointment to. I was telling Rob, and I think I said it on a cast one time where one of my teachers, and this was when I was in fourth grade, she wrote on the chalkboard. She said, or she wrote, "How many words can you write in cursive?" And I didn't know what cursive was, but I took the assignment like how many words can you make out of the word cursive? So I was writing words like cure, sir, and I wrote like a whole fucking list, right? And then she goes back to the blackboard and then she starts writing words, like all in one, you know, like
Yeah,
connecting the
interesting.
words, and I was like, uh what is that? And she was like, oh, like this is, cursive and blah blah blah. And I felt like a fucking idiot. So basically, I understand things very, very differently. So like when you tell me something, oh, like there's a lot of things that you that you and I say to each other, and it's almost like, what do you mean? Oh, you said something about like about a topic or something, right? That's why I was like, what topic? And then
I think I said, "Are we still going on at one?" And then you said, "What do you mean?" I said, "The cast."
And then I think I
And
said like what to moments like that, and then every time we had moments like that, we always laughed it off, like I'm always apologizing, like, oh babe, I'm so sorry, it's my ear cheese, or I can't hear, or let me put on my ears. And when I say put on my ears, I'm talking about my Bluetooth headphones. And so I'm like,
mm,
let me put on my ears. But this the part that made me sad, I don't want to say that he made me cry. I was just sad because fuck, I'm gonna cry right now. Stop. Um, like I've always misunderstood my entire life. Like I've always misunderstood people saying things to me ever since I was a kid. And I'm 39 years old right now, and all the way from however age, from fucking 4th grade, what I said, to like almost 40 years old, still not understanding what someone is saying to me. And and I told Rob yesterday, or whenever this happened, I said, um maybe every argument that I've ever had with anyone, whether it be that motherfucker from, from the Amazon station, to motherfuckers that get out of their trucks trying to yell at me, like maybe I'm the one that's misunderstanding people, because like I'm always just like, I just don't understand. And
mm,
I'm thinking back to all the times that, like, oh, maybe I misunderstood everything. Maybe it's not you, or maybe it's, maybe, like, I know I have a hearing problem, but it's the understanding part.
yeah, I think the part that I don't know if it hurt your feelings or if you took it literal, but I think I said, "How much more clear can I have made it?"
Oh yeah,
And I know that
yeah, that got
I know
me.
that I've said that before with other people, and even that day when I was like, maybe it is me. Maybe I just don't explain things well enough, because it happens with a lot of people in my life where I think that I'm saying, or I'm asking or I'm pointing something out clear enough. Like sometimes I go overboard with giving details in my questions because I don't want to get the "what do you mean?" And then when I do get the "what do you mean?" I'm like, I don't even know how to explain this any better. Like I don't know how much. Like, do I have to give you more details? Like, I don't understand how you didn't understand the question. And it does sound like I'm being condescending, and I'm calling people slow and shit. But it's like I gave you so many details. Like I don't know how to make it clearer. And I'm not saying you. I'm saying like people around, like in my life, that this happens with all the time. And I'm like, okay, maybe it is me. Maybe I just don't. I over explain things, or maybe I I complicate things by asking like specific questions. Like I don't understand. I don't get it. So when I said it to you and you got upset, you said, well, maybe it's me that I just understand things different. Or like there's like when you said about what the teacher told you, it sounds to me like you took it literal. Like how many words could you get from that word? You understood her different than what she meant. And I could see how you could have misunderstood that. But I could also see how she said it in a way where you did take it literal. So I don't think it was your fault. I like you said, you just understand things different. And for me, like I don't know if it's a frustration with myself. Like, why do I do that? Why do I go so deep into details when I'm just asking a simple question? Why do I overcomplicate things? Just ask the question. If there's a follow up question, then okay, I'll deal with it. Because there's still going to be a follow up question, apparently. Like, even if I try and make things clear enough, it's still not clear enough. So, that was a misunderstanding. And when I said what I said, I wasn't trying to be an asshole about it. I was just like, I really don't understand how I can ask that question more like clear or specific when I thought I was already being specific. But I do understand how you took it that way. And when you were asking, like, when you were saying, maybe I just didn't hear you, maybe there's times where I can't hear you. And I mean, obviously, I've said this before. I don't speak clearly enough. A lot of times I do mumble. A lot of times it's my voice is too deep. Like my mom tells me that all the time. She's like, you talk so deep, like I can't even hear what you're saying. It doesn't sound like audible words, and I'm like, I don't know how to like. How do I make my voice not that deep, or how do I speak clearly? I don't know how to do that. Or I guess I can, but I don't think about it. If I'm just sitting there and I'm gonna ask a question, she's like, I really can't hear what you're saying. You're just like, and I'm like, what? But it's not just you. That's why I was like, okay, maybe it's me. Maybe I just don't make things clear enough, or maybe I overly complicate my questions. So there there are a lot of instances where there's misunderstandings. And I know that there's been times where I say stuff and then you think that I say something else, and I'm like, huh? How did you get it? How did you get that from what I said? Like yesterday when I said about washing my hat, I don't even remember how I said it. I think I said I have to wash my hat today. And what did you think I said? Yeah, you were ready to let me go. I'm like, well, I meant
Yeah,
today at some point, not
yeah.
right this second.
And then you were like, what? What did you think I said? And I was like, you said you were going to go
Yeah,
wash your hat. And then you were like, that's not what I said. I was like, yes, you did. And then you were like, no, I didn't. And then I was like, well, what the hell did you say? And then you were like, I need to go wash my hat today. And I was like, you didn't say that. I heard you say you
yeah,
need to go wash your hands. That's why I was like, oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, you were like
And he's looking at
dismissing
me
me off
like
the
I'm an
phone already.
asshole that I'm just ready to let him go.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm
well,
saying. Like I don't, like okay, is it my hearing loss or is it just how I'm understanding or misunderstanding stuff? That's why I was like, man, that's why
okay,
I
but like, I'm sorry,
what?
go.
No, 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 no.
I was gonna say, well, if it happens with more people, like there's more people in my life that happens with, so then is it me?
I don't want to make it sound like a blame game. I mean, we're all gonna misunderstand everyone. It's kind of like one example was that like at the Amazon warehouse, right? Like when I pulled my car up to this lady that's gonna scan my badge, um, she said, okay, so since they're so particular about lane one, lane two, lane three, lane four, right? This bitch is telling me, oh, go ahead and pull ahead. And then, so for me, it's like which one?
Hmm.
See, like sometimes that's where I feel like it's just me. Because for her, it's like, oh yeah, pull ahead. And why can't I just pull ahead? For me, I'm just like, okay, where? Because I'm watching her sort these cars, lane 1, lane 2, lane 3, lane 5. For me, I'm like, okay, where? And then see, if I hadn't had asked that, I would have pulled forward, and then I would have complicated the whole thing, because when I asked her, she was like, "Oh, just go ahead and pull to lane 5." And lane 5 is way on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, "Okay, bitch, you need to be fucking clear."
Mm,
See, that's where
yeah.
I'm like, see, that's not my fault. See, that's why I'm like, I'm glad that I asked, because if I pulled ahead, I would have fucked up the whole thing. So is it really my fault, or is it her fault for doing a half-ass job? But see, it's always my fault. And then when you park over there, and then they're like, "Oh, what are you doing here?" She told me to park over here. So you need to take it
Mm-hmm.
up with her, because they try to attack you like, "Oh, you can't be parked here." Well, you need to tell her that. But
Yeah.
I'm still in trouble because my car's already sitting here. I'm not moving. See, and then it's all my fault. My job is already unenjoyable. But anyway, I don't want to get into that. But that's it's like there's always gonna be misunderstandings, but it's like, motherfucker, do better. Know what the fuck you're doing. But misunderstandings is gonna happen. And
Well,
um
when I asked you if it's the way that I ask things or if I'm not clear enough, um, I'm just trying to avoid those things because I don't like making you feel, um, I don't like making you feel bad or making you feel sad. And how much clearer could I have asked that? Like, I know that I hurt your feelings when I said that, and I wasn't trying to, so I'm trying to avoid hurting your feelings. So I don't know, but see, like, okay, with my mom too. Um, she says she has trouble understanding me, and she doesn't know either if it's because she can't hear. Like she's starting to lose her hearing, and so she tells me to talk to her louder. And then when I do, she gets mad, or she doesn't get mad, but she's like, "Why are you yelling at me?" And it's like I don't know what the hell to do anymore. I don't know if I should speak up, be louder, be clearer, and then if I am, it's like, "Why are you yelling at me?" So I don't know what to do. And with you, it's like, um, I don't know. Like, I don't want to say that it depends on the kind of day that you're having. So, was it because of all that shit that was already going on that maybe you took what I said or the way that I said it? No, I think it was the way that I said it, and it was kind of like I was accusing you of not understanding me. So that was my fault. But I wanna know how to ask you stuff then.
well,
Or like,
I'm the type of
you know,
person that, like, I
222,
I
222.
oh,
222.
nice.
I'm trying to hold back from saying it.
Aw.
222.
Here.
Go ahead, sorry, sorry. What?
That's for you if you look at the chat.
Oh.
um
Well, I'm over here on Twitch.
um I'm the type of person, I need things to be explained to me in nuts and bolts. So I need things taken apart when something's explained to me, because um I guess I'm just too detailed. I look at things, or I read things, just know that there's other things that go along with just this one thing. Like
Okay.
people, what?
Oh, well, no, it sounds like you were gonna go into something else.
I was, but go ahead.
Usually, when I tell you stuff, I am detailed. I do kind of give a backstory or context to what I'm about to say or what I'm saying. But in that instance, when I was asking you, "Are we still doing the show at 1?" Like, how do I break that down? That seems to me that seems clear enough.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm asking you. Was it the way that I asked you? Was it because of what had happened that day that you were just taking it personal, or
No.
was it my response
I
afterward?
think it was your response because it's like we've always had misunderstandings before. Whether I heard you different or um like ear cheese, like we've always had misunderstandings. And all of
Hmm.
those times that we had those misunderstandings, you never said that to me. That's why I was just kind of like, okay, like I it's my fault.
So I should have just asked you again instead of making that comment.
Well, my whole question to you would be why does it bother you so much that you have to say it again? Are you really that fed up with having to say it back to me all the time? Because every time we had those misunderstandings, you seemed like it was no problem for you to say it to me again. Why is it a problem now?
Oh, I know why. Because remember the night before. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think it does depend on the person's frustration, the person's mood. Like, is it is it just people taking things the wrong way? Remember the night before where, well, actually that day I was having a bad day, and we didn't really talk. And then when we did have a chance to talk, we were both kind of doing other things. And then I guess I was being selfish because when I was done scrolling and done doing those things that I was doing, I wanted your attention, and I thought that you had fallen asleep. So I was just quiet. I was kind of waiting for you to either say something because usually you do when you're scrolling, or you'll send me stuff. And I think it was like half an hour that went by, and you didn't say anything, so I just assumed that you were asleep. And then I messaged you because I was feeling what's it called? Not frustrated, not irritated, but somewhere in between. Kind of like, well, I don't know if she's sleeping or not, and if she's not, what is she doing? Because she's not talking to me. But I understand that, before that, when I was scrolling, I didn't say anything either. But I think because we were quiet for like 30 minutes, and then I was like, I don't know if she's sleeping, so I messaged you, and then you were like, no, I'm here, I'm scrolling. And I was like, what the hell? Okay, well then I'm just gonna go to sleep. So I think it was a carryover from the night before, and from just me feeling like I had a bad day. And of course, I'm not saying that that's your fault, and I shouldn't have said. I should have just asked you again.
Because now I feel like if I don't understand you the first time, like I
That
feel
I'm
like
gonna
I'm
get
gonna
mad.
get in trouble. Yeah,
Yeah.
cause and I told you that my brother can get frustrated with me in that way, and when it's siblings, it's something else, cause it's you could like clap back at him or at each other, but yeah, it's like I'm gonna feel like, okay, if I don't understand him, then he's gonna say it to me again, and I don't want to hear that because it would mean to me that he's beginning to get frustrated with me,
Mhm.
and he's not gonna want to like tell me stuff, or he's gonna like not talk louder for my sake, but like talking loud would almost be like him yelling at me. So, and then
Mhm.
that's where I would have that misunderstanding, like, okay, is he yelling at me, or is he talking louder to so that I
Yeah.
can hear him? See, so but I would be too afraid to ask you, and see, that's where I feel like I'm a child again. Like I'm
Well,
afraid
I
to
think,
ask.
yeah. But then, see, I'm gonna be afraid
Yell at
to
me
not
or talk
yell,
louder.
but
Yeah, talk
yeah.
louder.
So it's kind of like we're just both gonna be and walking on eggshells around each other instead of just asking or talking to each
Nah, I
other.
don't want. Well,
Again,
go ahead. Sorry.
no, I was just gonna say, like any other time, that wouldn't have been an issue for me to just repeat what I had said. But because of, I guess it was carryover from the night before that, I didn't tell you, like, hey, this whole time that we were quiet and I thought you were sleeping, I was annoyed or whatever it was. Like I said, I wasn't irritated or frustrated. I don't know what it was. I was just like, okay, well, if we're not gonna talk, then I'm gonna go to sleep, even knowing damn well that I can't sleep. But I guess I was just being passive aggressive. I don't know, but it was a me issue, and I don't want to. I don't want to just kind of like suppress whatever I'm thinking or feeling because I don't want to hurt your feelings. So it is almost like we're just gonna be walking on eggshells with each other, and I don't want to do that.
No, I doubt it because again, we've always had misunderstandings before. It was just that remark that you made that I was like, whoa, okay, maybe I don't pay attention as much as I think that I do, or that like I try to because I know I have hearing issues. So for me, it's like I have to try extra harder all the time. And it is frustrating. Like every time, okay, like every time you call and as soon as I hear your ringtone, I'm looking around for my ears. I'm looking around for my headphones.
Mm,
And it's like I'm just afraid that I'm going to upset you if I don't hear what you're saying to me because it's almost like an inconvenience, like oh shit, I'm not ready. Like I'm not ready to talk to you. And I don't want you looking at me like, "Oh, so you're not ready to talk to me." Like you would take offense to that. And it's just like, no, like I was just painting and I couldn't find my headphones. See, it's like I'm making excuses as to why I'm picking up the phone late. And
mm,
for me, it's like, why are we even, or me, why am I even thinking of us in that way that you're going to get mad at me? And see, it was like, I threw all that shit out the window, like, oh, babe's not going to get mad at me. Like, he understands. And then when you said that remark, I was like, okay, so it does tick him off that I don't hear well. And then that's when, oh my God, I'm going to start crying. Like, that's where I feel like, okay, you're I know you don't like when I say this, but like I do feel stupid that I don't understand or that I can't hear. But it's because I've
but
always had this issue. That's why yeah, I'm an adult, but like when you said that to me, I felt this small. Like I felt back like a child. It's I've always had this issue because like in PE class when the PE coach would be like, okay, climb this rope, and I would look at him and be like, well, what's on top of the rope? For me, for me, I have to have a reason to do something, and I was like that since I was a kid. Like, oh, climb that rope, and it's like, what's on top of the rope?
mm,
And then he would be like, oh my god, Koinva, just do it, and then I would slowly like walk away, like I'm not doing it. It wasn't like I couldn't do it. It was just like I'm not gonna climb this rope because I feel like you're yelling at me to climb the rope because you're angry with me, you're mad at me, or you're picking on me. And if you're yelling at me and picking on me, forcing me to climb the rope, everyone's gonna laugh at me.
mm,
So I never did it because of that. Like I felt like climbing the rope was punishment. And it's like, what did I do to where you're telling me to climb the rope? See,
mm.
and people were just like, you're just weird, Audie. Like, get away from us. You can't sit with us. You can't play with us. And I'm just like, all right. See, that I've been dealing with that kind of rejection like all my life. That's why being rejected, it doesn't hurt me that much. It's like, okay,
No,
well, Ben knew that, but it's that Like I that's just the way I understand. If you're telling someone to do something, what did they do? What did they do to for you to get mad at them to climb the rope? Like I would rather just sit in a corner.
Well, you and I do communicate well enough. Like the misunderstandings that we have are not, to me, that, like, let's say, because this has happened, that you're having a bad day or something happened with the delivery or something, and then I ask you a question and you just don't want to talk, and you're like, not right now. So I don't take that personal. So I should be allowed to be annoyed with, not with you, but be annoyed and be like, okay, my, and this is so stupid, and I feel stupid saying it, but my feelings are valid. So if I'm annoyed about something that happened, or like just frustrated, and then I ask you something and it's like, what do you mean? Well, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to make it clear. Um, I don't want you to take that person, or like what happened, that incident that happened. I don't want you to take that and then now blame yourself. Like, it was me. I didn't know how to take that, so it was my fault. And again, like I said, it was carried over from the night before, feeling like you weren't paying attention or you weren't. I don't know. It wasn't about me. I don't know. It's weird to say, but obviously it was carried over from the night before. So, um, I don't want it to change the way that we talk to each other. If I say something and you don't understand it, or you're thinking it's a literal thing, ask me or tell me. You should be able to. You shouldn't feel like, oh, well, I'm just dumb and I don't get it, because then that kind of makes it sound like I'm not. I don't get to be frustrated. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does, but I mean, I don't know. Cuz again, it wasn't an issue before. And when you said what you said, it was like, all right, well, I guess it's me. Because it's like you're blaming yourself, but like it's still me though, you know?
But it
And
happens with, and I'm like, okay, so maybe it's me. Maybe when I ask the questions, it's too detailed. Maybe it's too clear in my mind, but it's not for other people. So maybe I just overly complicate shit. Maybe I should just simplify the question. Hey, are we still going live today at 1? Like, that seems easier than, hey, are we still gonna do the cast? And is it
yeah,
still gonna be
but
at 1?
okay, like yeah, you're clear about that, but for me what I heard was, are we still going to do that one? Because before we were talking about topics,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's when you said well, you said it on a cast too, but you were like, well, maybe we just need to just uh talk about this one, or like this just one topic, or maybe we should talk about this. That's why it seemed like you or we did a whole jump cut when you asked me like, are we still gonna go on at one? And I was like, well, yeah, but which one? And you were like, what? See,
Yeah.
so for me it's like I'm still stuck over here on topic, and you're like, are we still going on at one? And I'm like, well, yeah, which one? And you're like, what? See, so for
Yeah.
me, it's like I'm still way back over here trying to figure out like on a topic. And then when you said the word one, I'm just like, oh well, yeah, which one? Because we're talking about what other topics to talk about on the show. So
Yeah.
like, is that part my fault? You know, yes, because I didn't hear what you said. But if I'm way over here and that's still on my mind, of course that's what I'm gonna think that you said. But um for me
Well,
it's like,
wait. That's what I'm saying though. Like, okay, we both understand that that was a misunderstanding. it was a it was a unique thing that happened. Like normally we don't talk to each other that way. Normally we don't respond that way. Normally we don't take what either one of us says that personal. So obviously, it was a one-time thing. So let's not let that carry on over to the way that we talk to and
I
understand
don't
each
do
other
that
now.
anyway. You know I
No,
don't
but
do
you
that
said,
anyway. But
that now you feel like if I say something and you don't understand me, that you're gonna blame yourself. Like you don't have your headphones in, or the air conditioner is going, or like there's other noises, so you can't hear what I'm saying. And I don't want you to then internalize that and be like, oh, it's my fault, like you to blame yourself when if it's in that day, and let it affect the way that we talk to each other and how we communicate now.
well, if you know all of those things, that if you know that I got the fan going, that if I have the air conditioning going, and if you know all of those things, then why make such remark?
Right?
Like
Because
like
I
like
wasn't
you
thinking.
okay, so like for me, like I'm not gonna hang on to it because we've been conversing like this forever. But it was
Yeah.
just this time that when you said it, I was like, whoa. So he does have a problem for you before until you said it. That's why I was like, okay, so it is an issue, and he's never said anything,
And that's why
and
I'm
if
telling you, like, it's not an issue. It was just an issue that day because of how I was feeling. That's what
okay,
I'm saying. Like,
so
I'm not saying like if I was to personally attack you and say, "What the fuck? Like, you can't hear me, or you're stupid, or whatever," then yeah, that's a personal attack. Then I would, of course, that's wrong, and I wouldn't do that. And if I ever did do that, you could hold on to that forever and never forgive me. But that's not what I said, and that's not what I did, and that wasn't my intention. Like when I said what I said, it wasn't intended to hurt your feelings. And of course, I felt horrible when I heard you get upset and everything. And I was like, fuck, I shouldn't have said that. I say that to other people too. Like when I respond to, when I ask them a specific question and they still ask me what, or they don't understand it. So I need to change the way that I respond to people when they don't understand what I'm saying. Like I need to not get frustrated. And if I can't find an easier way to explain what I'm trying to ask or say, then I need to work on that. It's not about them working on it. But that's what I'm saying. Like I don't want it to change the way that you and I talk to each other. Obviously, like I'm not gonna snap at you and disrespect you. That's not what I'm saying. Like I don't. I would never get to that point. And I know that maybe that day that's what it felt like. I don't. I feel like I'm not explaining myself right.
no, you are, and I'm hearing you out. I'm not disregarding everything that you're saying. Like it was just it was hurtful what you said, and it made me feel stupid, like I'm not saying that you were intentionally trying to make me feel
Right.
stupid, but I've always felt like that. I always worry that I'm not going to hear anyone right. And you don't know how many times in my daily life that I play it off with other people, not just you. Like when I'm again, I'm always taking it back to deliveries, but when I do deliveries and someone's talking to me and they're just like, right, and I'm just like, oh yeah, right, right.
Yeah.
Like I really don't understand what the fuck they're talking about, even if I hear
Yeah.
them clearly. Like that's
That's
what
another
you're.
thing. I cut you off all the time.
Well, we cut each other off all the time, and when I talk really loud, and you.
No, that's what I was gonna say. Like when you mentioned how your brother reacts to you not hearing him, and I told you it's valid. Your point is valid though, because your brother does speak low. He does have a soft tone, so he can't really be mad at you for not understanding or not hearing him. Because like when we went to the restaurant and stuff, like we talked about that, I couldn't hear him, and I don't think that I have like horrible hearing and shit. He just talks low. And then in a restaurant, there is ambient sounds. There's music. There's fucking. I could hear the dishes in the kitchen. I could hear the cooks talking and all that stuff. And I don't know if that's a spiritual thing, or if I have bionic hearing or what the hell. But I can't hear the people that are in front of me when there's so much background noise.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that that is a spiritual thing. All that energy that's in there, all the stuff that's going on, I am picking up on everyone. So when your brother's trying to talk to us and he's like, talking low and he's kind of whispering, and it's like, what the, dude, speak up. Like, that she can't hear. So what makes you think that I'm gonna be able to hear you across the table?
Yeah.
So it is frustrating and it can lead to misunderstandings, and it's okay with other people, but just I want you to know that I'm not intentionally trying to hurt you when I respond that way. It was a moment where I was frustrated, and it wasn't just with you. It wasn't with you. It was with myself. So I do want to apologize to you for my response that day, and I don't want you to feel like you can't talk to me or that you have to understand every single thing that I say. And if you don't understand it, then it's your fault. It's not.
Well,
So I
you
do
know what
want
I'm
you to
gonna
ask
do,
me.
like, well,
Well,
no, I was just gonna say that, I don't hold on to things. Like, yeah, like I do get hurt, but I'm really good at like getting over it.
hmm
And it's just one of those. I mean, I sometimes I don't know how or if you even approve of my brainwashing, but like this to me is a brainwashing moment because I know you. You wouldn't say anything like that to hurt me on purpose. Yeah, by accident, sure. Like I'm pretty sure there's things that I've said that you were like questioning, like, wait, what does she mean by that? Or like when you said that we were both on the phone and you were just like, oh well, she's not gonna talk to me, then I'm just gonna go to sleep. Why don't you just tell me to talk to you? Like just say, babe,
I
like
thought you
like
were
what you
sleeping.
no, well, you didn't. Okay, you didn't have to text me to ask me if I was still awake. You could have just been like, babe, like how we always
But
do.
then, okay, but see, so if you're telling me that you can't hear me, and then I'm whispering, because there's been times
Oh
where
my god, that was two
we
totally different times. You can't use that. Stop it. If I was awake, I would have heard you. Because I was quiet. I wasn't listening or
no, but
watching.
sometimes when you're scrolling, you're watching videos, and I don't know what you're doing. I can't
I
hear
was
your videos.
I told you that I was playing cats. And when I play cats, I don't have anything on.
I
But
think this was way after that.
I don't
Well,
think
I'm saying
so.
it no. Oh,
Okay, well,
are we gonna
whatever.
fight?
Yeah, let's
You
fight.
wanna fight?
I
Okay,
mean,
let's
that's
fight.
we got like five motherfuckers in here that are waiting, that are just like, oh my
What?
god, they fighting right now. Like, no, not really.
Well, I got 10 minutes, so we'll fight for five,
Okay,
and
you
we'll
know
make
what?
up
I'm
for
gonna
another
tell
fight.
you guys right now that I know I just totally cut his ass, but I'm in the moment. But we have these conversations off the air, so like you listening in on this is, I mean, obviously, um it's to you guys it may sound like it's rehearsed, but like this is literally like how we talk to each other on the phone when you guys aren't there. So, we're just trying to, well, for me anyway, I hope all of you guys are learning from this that you guys can talk without, like screaming matches and threatening and, things like that. But I think Rob was the one that wanted to initiate these kinds of podcasts because to me, I'm just like, they don't need to hear our bullshit, like, and it's not like I'm trying to keep it like our marriage is happy go lucky, we never fight and this and that. But it was just like, all right, like if you want to go there, like when again, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before when we were talking about like our past and like,
hmm
people of our past and, letting go and stuff. Um we've had those conversations before. So us talking about it yesterday, I think it was more like they've been coming up and it needs to be addressed again. And for me, I just think it's okay. They think that they're good. They don't have to go back and deal with it again. And that's a bad word to me, is like dealing with it. And it's just like, no, you gotta face it. If one of you isn't okay with it, or if it's still like hanging on, then I think you guys need to continuously talk about it with each other.
Yeah.
But and I think it's funny how, if people are listening because they think that this conversation of us, like, I mean, I guess what we're getting into it, um it's, you're gonna be disappointed. And I'm not trying to be smug or anything, but it's like, these are conversations that we have.
I'm sure we're gonna talk about this off the air too because I don't have that much time right now, and I'm
Okay, well,
trying
for the
to.
record, baby, I'm not gonna hold this over you. It to me, for me, it's already out the window, because I know that you're not, you didn't say that to me to hurt my feelings. I know that. And I know you're worried if I'm gonna be thinking or being like, oh, like second guessing myself or whatever. We've been having these conversations for a long time, as far as like me not hearing you, or like, this loud ass air conditioning that I know you motherfuckers can hear in the background. Um I'm constantly thinking in my head, or there's things that are constantly talking to me, so that when you're saying things to me, of course I'm not going to hear everything that you said, but I'm going to hear and say words that rhyme. Like when you were like, oh, I need to wash my hat. And I'm like, oh, yeah, go wash your hands. And,
Yeah.
but for me, I think it's like, I don't want you to feel like you have to walk on eggshells around me either, because
Yeah.
like, because we do joke about it, like, oh my god, babe, that's not what I said. And then I'm like, wait, what did you say? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you right. And then see, like, that's how it was. And that's why when you made that remark, I was just like, oh shit, so it does bother you. I'm sorry.
Uh-uh.
But I'm not gonna hold that over you. Like, you know that I don't hear because of all of this other shit going on in the background. So, and you are, and you have been very understanding. And if you're frustrated that I'm not talking to you on the phone, like, because we have our times that we're chilling out, like, you're playing Candy Crush and I'm playing Cats. Like, that's just, we're
Mhm.
still spending time together. But if you're like frustrated or questioning, baby, just, just to say something. Like, just be like, babe, and you say it to me, you're like, babe, put your phone down, and come to me. So, like, I didn't understand why you couldn't just do that. And I know you said that you thought that I was sleeping. All you had to do was just say, hey, babe. And if you didn't get a response, then yeah, text it to me. And then I'll be like, oh shit, I didn't even hear you.
Yeah.
So, just, you've always done it that way. That's why for me it's like, why did you do it this other way? To me that's questioning. But I'm not going to hold that over on you, cuz that's not us. We don't do each
Yeah.
other that way. So I'm not worried about it. I'm over it. And uh I accept your apology, and it's pretty much out of the window, cuz we
Okay.
don't we don't treat each other that way. I know how we are. So don't worry about it,
Yeah.
babe.
They're like, that's it. It's over. That's how they fight.
Take notes, people. Take notes. Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I love you, babe. I have to go.
And I love you too, baby.
Are you gonna stay on or are you coming off?
No, I'm getting off because I'm gonna take my ass to the gym because
Okay.
I need to take action. And I'll try to put like timestamps and stuff. Like I really want to like get into that so that like if any of you guys want to like skip ahead to skip ahead of me talking, because you know what, I for real sometimes I can't listen to myself talk, and I don't know if it's
I have an
because
idea.
what is it?
I'll share my no, I'll share it with you offline.
Okay.
But okay, I'll hit you up when I'm done, and you tell me where you're at.
Okay. Well, thank you, babe, for joining me on panel.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, babe. I love you.
I love you too.
Okay. I'll talk to you in a bit.
Okay,
Okay. Bye, baby.
bye, babe.
And that was just right. Yeah. So I forgot what I was gonna say. Holy shit. But no, like oh yeah, timestamps. Yeah, like I want to get into like timestamps and stuff because sometimes I can't really like hear myself talk. I don't really listen to the playback. Sometimes I do when I feel like, our children are coming through, but other than that, like no, I don't really like, like I just don't I can't stand to listen to myself. um Probably because I do feel like at times I do like bitch and complain a lot, and that's why I don't trip about people leaving the show. Like if they feel like I'm pulling them down with me, in a negative way, then yeah, sure, by all means, leave, because that's really what I don't want to do. I don't want people to think that I'm pulling them down with me and my bullshit and my anger and things. But um I'm just trying to talk about things that other people don't, because a lot of people, they do these podcasts, but they don't really like talk about themselves. And these motherfuckers I call trolls, they're afraid to face their own issues and problems, and they'd rather run away from it. And, that's the whole purpose of why I have the why run, so it's like, why are you running? You shouldn't be running from your bullshit, because if you run, you're guilty of something, so why run? So that's why I talk about these things. And I know a lot of you people are going through it too, because I see it and feel it everywhere. So I'm just trying to talk about my own bullshit, letting you guys know that you guys aren't the only ones that are going through this shit. I'm going through this shit too. So yeah, I'm not trying to, you know, give you guys a bad day or anything like that. I'm really trying to like focus on my issues and to correct it. And I want you guys to be strong and face it too. That's all I'm trying to do. So, yeah, thank you all so much for tuning into the live show. And if you are listening to the playback, don't forget to add, rate, comment, subscribe, follow, and share. And we will be getting back at you guys tomorrow. If you guys didn't know, our schedule is Monday through Friday, 1 o'clock p.m. Arizona Standard Mountain Time. So, yeah, check us out on all of our social medias. Everything's going to be posted in the description. And yeah, we will talk to you guys in tomorrow's episode. You guys have a beautiful evening and stay safe. I love y'all. Peace.